Alright lads, how's it going? Episode 8 of the Morecambe Youth Academy Career Mode here today, and we are finishing 2020 in this episode, so make sure to stick around right until the end. Let's just get straight into our first game of today, and it is a League 2 clash against Exeter City. Morecambe actually started out the better side in this game as Bailey passes off to Xavier. He spots Eklund in a bit of space, passes it off to Clark, and his left-footed strike goes straight into the top corner to give Morecambe the lead in the 19th minute. The side in red really had a brilliant start in this game, like all over the Exeter defence, and this just epitomised it. The strike goes straight into the top corner, 1-0 to the home side. Another chance for Morecambe here as great passing ends up with Alvarez having the ball, spots the run of Eklund, and he hits the bar, unlucky to not double Morecambe's lead. Moore with the ball at the back, gives off to Lucas Eklund, passes all the way through to Jan Eklund, puts it on his right foot, and it's a good save from the goalkeeper. But this is where the game changed. Nicky Law runs through the back line, and a controversial penalty decision against Xander Martin means that Exeter have a clinical chance to get back into this game. Baumann steps up and hits it straight past Fagan to level up the game 10 minutes before the half. I feel like it was a really harsh decision on Xander Martin there. First chance of the second half here as Dickinson has the ball on the left wing. Bailey absolutely clatters into him, but they carry on play. The ball ends up with Jay. His shot is deflected into the path of Nicky Law, but his shot hits the post. Carrying on with another Exeter attack here as Seymour has the ball in the middle. Pings the ball out to Williams, a first time cross into Martin, chests the ball and forces a good diving save out of Fagan. From the resulting corner here, Martin is ready to whip it in. Moxie can't quite get his head on it. The striker, Seymour, tries his luck from the edge of the area and Fagan's diving save prevents him. Last chance of the game here and Seymour, seemingly involved in everything here, passes off to Jose. Jose spots the run of Martin, takes a touch and hits it near post past the Northern Ireland goalkeeper. And Fagan must be disappointed there as he almost salvaged a point for Morecambe as Exeter piled the pressure on throughout the game. Unfortunately he didn't, and this one does finish Morecambe 1, Exeter 2. Jumping into the second game here, and it is a home league match against Stevenage. The first chance came very early in the match as Xavier gives the ball off to Clark. Clark spots the run of Xavier, takes the ball past his man and forces a good save out of the goalkeeper there. 4 minutes later, a terrible defensive error from Martin leads to Stevenage's only attack of the first half here. Leasley passes the ball off to List and is easily caught by Romero. Morecambe back on the attack again here as Xavier spots the run of Eklund on the right hand side with acres of space in front of him. Spots the run in front of Xavier, but he can't quite get his shot on target. Morecambe yet again on the attack. Xavier, the man in form. Brilliant 1-2 with the striker Clark there. Completely mismatches all of the defenders, gets them out of line, and Xavier does make the game 1-0 to the home side Morecambe. In a brilliant acrobatic celebration to Pot. His ponytail flapping in the wind as he drills it straight past the goalkeeper to give Morecambe the lead. Another chance here as Eklund is played through acres of space yet again, and Lucas Eklund, very unfamiliar territory, rattles the ball past the goalkeeper there. Their number one is absolutely bemused. Lucas Eklund should not be anywhere near the goal, and you see a direct line straight to the goal and hits it straight into top bins, 2-0. Stevenage had to wait until the hour mark to get their second chance of the game here, and Parrott has the ball, passes off to Darbo, gives it to Carter for the yard of space, but it's easily caught by Romero. And that was the only chance of the second half, which means Morecambe do pick up a 2-0 win against Stevenage, first win of the episode. And just a quick look at our youth academy here, and we have a new player, a 15-year-old central defensive midfielder called Matteo Fontana. He's Italian, 94 potential. Looking forward to see how this guy grows. After signing up Fontana, we're going to jump straight into the third game, and we're at the Sixfield Stadium and we're playing Northampton. The first chance of the game, we had to wait a while for it in the 23rd minute as Kaya gives the ball off to Lines. Smith, the striker, has the ball. Nice little 1-2 with Kaya, and the diving save from Fagan keeps the game at 0-0. A terrible defensive error from the young Mitchell there, gives the ball to Smith. Yet again, another defensive error from Moore means that their number 11 snatches the ball, and Williams does make it 1-0 to the home side. Morecambe had to wait until the 42nd minute to have their first attack of the game as De Silva gives the ball to Mitchell. Mitchell has a bit of space in front of him. A great cross into the middle, but Bailey can't quite get his volley past the goalkeeper. Another chance for Morecambe here as McAvoy passes the ball off to Davis. De Silva has the ball now. Spots the run of Davis, decides to go alone, and his right-footed strike goes straight past the near post there. Unlucky from the striker. De Silva is on the ball yet again, and he spots the run of Mitchell on the inside, and unfortunately his strike hits the post. Really piling the pressure on here as Eklund has the ball, gives the ball to Davis, turns back, decides to go himself, much like the Silva chance before, goes straight past the near post. Northampton have another chance 20 minutes from time here as Anderson plays the ball to Harriman down the side, looking to double their lead. Oliver's header goes just wide. 5 minutes from time here, and Lyons' his terrible pass is picked off by McAvoy. The ball finds its way all the way to De Silva, gives the ball to Alvarez, last chance of the game here, and he skies way over the bar, meaning that we do lose this one. The third game is a 1-0 loss to Northampton at Sixfields. And going into another Youth Academy update, we have two new players, both from England, and they're both called Collins. The first one is Liam Collins, a central defensive midfielder with 91 potential. And the second one is a centre forward, 17 years old, called Jonathan Collins, 90 potential. We'll see how both of these get on in the future. With those two new youth players sorted, we're going to jump into the fourth game of today's episode, and it's a derby against Accrington. The first chance came near enough straight off kickoff there, as Eklund has the ball, driving towards goal, spots the run of Clark. Clark decides to go himself, and his right-footed effort goes rifling into the top left corner, giving Accrington something dearly to think about. Morecambe do take the lead 3 minutes into the game. You'll see here, a brilliant strike goes straight past the goalkeeper, 1-0. Morecambe on the attack yet again as Alvarez gives the ball to Clark. Clark spots the run of Xavier, decides to cut back. He decides to go himself with a left-footed effort, but goes just high and wide of the target, unlucky not to double the lead there. Sousa manages to pick off Eklund on the right-hand side there. The ball finds its way all the way to Maguire, back to Sousa, and Fagan is absolutely distraught with himself, doesn't even dive for the shot as Sousa levels up the game 12 minutes before the half. Accrington with the first chance of the second half here as Charles passes off to Bishop. Bishop spots the run of Clark. Nice little play between the two of them, but an easy save for Fagan in the end. Finley passes the ball off to Carvalho here. Carvalho with the ball back here. Great interplay from the Accrington players and forces a diving save from the goalkeeper. 5 minutes from the end as Eklund passes the ball off to Davis on the edge of the Accrington box. Gives it to Xavier inside the box. Gives it to Ed Clark there. And a first time finish from the striker does mean that he carries on his clinical form this season. 2-1 to Morecambe with 4 minutes to go, and Clark scores his 13th goal of the season. Absolutely clinical from the young forward. And that late strike does mean that Morecambe do get one over their rivals there, as it's a 2-1 win away at the WAM Stadium. Okay, keeping on the positive news, we're going into a January youth squad report here as Liam Collins is the first name on the list. 91 potential, looking good. Marcus Moore is the second name on the list, and with that 86 potential, I don't think he's going to be staying here for long. The only thing saving him is that 57 overall, but we're going to see how he is in the February month. Jonathan Collins is yet another new young player into the youth academy, and he's got 90 potential, so we're going to leave him in there, albeit his 49 overall does look a bit worrying. The fourth name on the list is Ascari Joel, the 15-year-old Finn. 54 overall, 92 potential. Unfortunately, he's too young to get called up, otherwise he would be in the first team squad. Much like Ascari Joel, Jacob Madson's in the same boat, 93 potential with 54 overall. He would be called up and would be sent out on loan at this point, but unfortunately he's too young. We're going to skip past Gustav Olsen and go straight to Philip Madsen. 52 overall for this bloke and a 94 potential, so he will get called up eventually, but yet again, he's too young. The third new name on the list is Mattia Fontana, 73 to 93 potential. Yet again, as I said earlier on this episode, I'm looking forward to see how this guy progresses. The last name on the list is Gustav Olsen. We've skipped him for good reason, and it's because unfortunately we've got 3 left midfielders in the youth academy, and he's the one that I've chosen to sack off. So unfortunately, he's on his way. And here is the final game of today's episode, and it is a home tie against Gillingham. The first chance took a while to come, and it was a defensive error that led Gillingham to come on the attack here. Mandron with the ball, turns past Leesman, sends him on his arse, and his strike goes wide of the far post there. Hanlon, who's always a troublemaker whenever we play against Gillingham, turns Pino, decides to cross the ball in with his right foot, but the header is just wide of the target there. Charles Cook passing the ball off to Willock, a beautiful over the top ball to Garmston. Somehow gets past Pino, the ball comes back to Hanlon on the edge of the box and rifles it into the top left corner, giving Gillingham the lead just before the half. The first chance of the second half here, Xavier gives the ball off to Bailey, dragged back giving himself a yard of space, but the ball doesn't quite find its way off to Ritchie. A terrible defensive error from the left winger there, Bailey, as he gives the ball straight to Gillingham. Hodgson has the ball on this right hand side, gives the ball off to Willock and forces a diving save out of Romero. 15 minutes to go now and Hodgson crossing the ball in yet again. Moore can't seem to get the ball out of his feet. Hanlon backheels it towards Mandron and Gillingham do get a 2-goal lead 13 minutes from time with Mandron scoring the goal. And that seemed pivotal as the game did finish 2-0 to the away side. Unfortunately, we do lose the last game in this episode. And one final youth squad update before we finish this one off. Hans Thompson is another youth player, 45 overall with 92 potential. Hopefully he grows very quick, otherwise he won't be lasting long in this youth academy. Marius Sorensen, a 16-year-old cam, 52 overall, 88 potential, low potential, but higher overall. We'll see how he progresses. And finally we have Jonas Ollison, 52 overall, 90 potential, much better potential, but yet again, we'll have to see how he progresses. Anyway, that is it for this episode. We are in January now. It doesn't really mean much to us as we can't really sign many players. We do have one slot still available for a free agent, so if we do feel like we need to bolster our side, we can do. But anyway, if you did enjoy this episode, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you want, and you know what guys, we'll see you in a bit.